Our top story now, and all 629 rescued migrants who have been stranded in the Mediterranean for well over a week are on firm soil in Spain. 3 rescue ships docked in the port of Valencia on Sunday. The rescued people have become a symbol of Europe's migrant policies and have caused rifts between European Union member states. The Spanish government granted extraordinary entry to the group on humanitarian grounds for 45 days. Police are processing their paperwork. From there, they will receive assistance from charity groups. And Spain will also have to determine if the entire group has the right to request refugee status, which will be studied on a case-by-case basis. That's according to Spanish immigration officials. Well, let's get to the perspective now from the people on board the Aquarius. Those rescued cheered as the rescue ship approached Valencia. The 629 migrants on 3 rescue ships have been at sea for 9 days after Italy and Malta refused the Aquarius permission to dock. The ship is run by the charity group MSF. The migrants were welcomed ashore by more than 2,000 volunteers, translators and health officials. Our correspondent Goodman is in Valencia. He filed this report.
The Aquarius arrives at Valencia, Spain. This ship, the focal point of a European immigration debate. Just a week ago, it was bulging with 629 migrants rescued from the Mediterranean Sea. But after Spain's new socialist government offered a safe port, many were transferred to this Italian Coast Guard vessel and an Italian Navy ship.
The migrants are arriving in good spirits. Of course, they are tired, and they have expressed that they are tired after more than a week in the boat.
They're from 25 countries, mainly sub-Saharan Africa, mostly men, but also 100 minors without their parents, some 80 women, 7 of whom are pregnant. Spanish medical and aid workers and the police met them at the port to provide immediate care and check their status. Many would later come to this Red Cross staging area, shown to reporters beforehand, officials said, to protect the privacy of migrants upon arrival. But their future in Europe is hardly a private discussion. The continent is divided over how many immigrants to accept from poorer countries. They came to Spain only after Italy's far-right interior minister refused them entry. Malta also declined.
In moments like these, it is important, to have principled humanitarian action like Spain did in welcoming, people in need when others were rejecting them.
France offered to take some of these immigrants who want to go there, and many Spanish regions and cities offered shelter, while Austria and Germany debated immigration. This man has conducted migrant rescues from the Aquarius and is in the non-governmental group operating the ship.
This shows that there is no really clue on how to deal with this migration. And this shows also that there are many capacities pulled away from search and rescue.
While the Aquarius sailed for 5 days with migrants to Spain.
The debate over these migrants also has the Spanish government thinking about removing sharp razor wire at the top of fences protecting 2 Spanish cities on Morocco's north coast, which many migrants have injured themselves on trying to get up and over into European territory.
A reflection on protecting Europe's borders, a likely topic at the European Union summit later this month, with an uncertain outcome. Goodman, CGTN, Valencia, Spain.
Well, the Spanish government has also accepted an offer from France to take in some of the migrants on board the Aquarius. It comes after the ship sparked a diplomatic row between France and Italy. Elena Casas reports from Paris.
The French foreign minister says that if the people on board the Aquarius have a legitimate asylum claim and they want to come to France, they will be allowed to apply here, in a departure from normal EU regulations which force asylum seekers to apply in the first European country they arrive in. France has applied those rules strictly in recent years, deporting over 10,000 asylum seekers back to Italy this year alone, which led the new Italian Interior Minister Matteo Salvini to label President Emmanuel Macron a hypocrite earlier this week, when Macron said the Italian government was irresponsible for not allowing the Aquarius to dock. Macron and the new Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte agreed in a meeting here in Paris on Friday that the EU needs to reform its asylum rules, and both backed the idea of creating European centres in transit countries in Africa to study asylum requests. The new Italian government says it will no longer allow NGO rescue ships to dock in Italian ports, putting pressure on EU leaders to reach an agreement for a key summit on the 28th. Elena Casas, CGTN, Paris.
French police on Sunday also blocked 2 boats from docking along the Seine in Paris. But it was the Freedom Flotilla bound for the Gaza Strip. The flotilla is heading to the Palestinian enclave in an attempt to break Israel's naval blockade. Dozens of supporters gathered to greet 2 of the 4-boat flotilla. The France-Palestine Solidarity Association says the boats were submitted to extensive searches by police on Sunday before being forbidden to dock. Israel maintains a naval blockade of the Gaza Strip and has in the past stopped other boats from reaching its shores.